So you have a wet dream about the most beautiful, sexiest girl you've ever come across, and then you have a date with her later in the day. If that's not winning at life, then why is his name Wakana Gojo? So things about this episode that I really enjoyed from my Dress Up Darling episode 3, particularly, is from Gojo's or Wakana's perspective. We all know probably the biggest drama we'll ever see out of this entire series is more so Wakana's doubt in himself, because earlier in the episode we have where several students were questioning the relationship between him and Marin, and knowing the type of person. Remember, he is socially awkward. He is the wall on the flower. He is the guy that people would not give two thoughts about. And he's shy. He is shy. This is a guy that doesn't have friends. He's very reclusive. He keeps to himself. So hearing comments like that and knowing that you have the most popular girl interacting with you, showing interest in you, will make you feel a certain type of way. And then given how society portrays people, when you're the shy introvert, you're weird, you're the outcast, something's wrong with you, and they praise those who are an extrovert like Marin. She's confident in herself, she is well spoken, she doesn't back down from anybody or anything. So for Wakana, that's a lot. That's a lot, and he doesn't want to trouble her, but you have to like the fact that Marin, again, she doesn't care what people has to say. She goes running up and down the school, realizing that Wakana is avoiding her. And when she finds him and he explains himself, she tells him, who cares? Who cares what people have to say? You do you and I do me. You know, you're my friend. And I'm really glad after 3 episodes, we actually hear those words out of her mouth, because from there on, the relationship, the attractiveness between the two continues to grow, and it grows a lot. Like, they become very fond with each other. Like, they have an instant connection. Ever since the first episode, these two characters have automatically clicked with each other. And even though she did cause him, and she will cause him, to act flustered many times throughout the show, she does take him out to go shopping for her costume to build. And one thing I love about Marin is the fact that she is confident, not cocky. And yes, there is a fine line between the two, but she shows her appreciation. As she stated, Mama went to the bank. You know, she works hard for her money. So to show her appreciation, she spent her money on buying not only her cosplay, but also buying things for Wakana. And she just goes out of her way to appreciate what he's doing, because if it was up to her to create the costume, I don't think what she believing in herself, she would have done as an amazing job as Wakana, because he goes into detail from starting from the characteristics, personality, down to the finest details. And the more she hears him speak, she's like, the things that you do, the things that you are passionate about, they are amazing. And I think for a guy like Wakana, who never heard those words, probably aside from his own grandfather, you don't know how much that probably truly means to him. That in itself builds the lacking confidence that he has, and it will prove to him as episodes go by, he's shedding that self-doubt that has been building up. It's not to say it's going to go anywhere instantly within a day, but by having Marin as that positive reinforcement in his life will cast that shadow he has over himself. She's the moon to his sun, if you will. So to have someone fully appreciate his craft and not to question or to make him feel bad about himself, because by the end of their date, when she's showing him, you know, all these amazing cosplayers, and he says he finds more beauty, he finds things more prettier when it's deep within himself. Marin is like, you know, you're not wrong. There are things in life that you shouldn't have to compromise to please others. So there's nothing wrong with you liking this over what I like. That makes you a good person. And this is why Marin stays best girl of winter 2022, because things that people are not able to say up front, aka Wakana, she can say it herself. And it's probably out of a place where she herself had to grow up. She liked her interests, manga, anime, video games, where most people will look down on, saying it's nerd culture, is this, that, and a third. And she had to come to possibly say, to heck with it. It's what I like, and if you don't like it, that's fine as well. So this episode was really good. I mean, yes, it had that, you know, wet dream moment in the beginning of the episode, but as the date was going by, you just really enjoyed that comfy atmosphere. It's a natural atmosphere between these two characters, and you're going to see more of it. There's going to be little to no drama. The only drama we'll have more so is in Wakana's head, and that's dealing with his own inner demons. But as Marin is going to be a constant in his life throughout the remaining of this series, we're going to see where he becomes a little bit more stronger. He becomes more confident. He becomes more sure of himself. And in return, we'll have where Wakana probably shows Marin a thing or two to take appreciation for the more finer things, to like give attention to, you know, the fine details and everything. So this week's episode was a lot of fun to watch. I truly enjoyed it. Guys, do tell me your thoughts on this week's episode of My Dress Up Darling episode 3. What were some of your favorite moments? Oh, I forgot to mention, when they were passing by after leaving the ramen house and they were talking about the Slippery Girls video game, and then all of a sudden, oh, remember the main character, the main MC from the game, on his first day coming in, he ejaculated, he couldn't stop, and all the Patreons were like, what the hell are high school kids talking about? Bro, if the beginning of the episode wasn't hilarious, it was that moment, because I swear, we say things out, teenagers will say things out of their mouth. I mean, even adults do it. I do it all the time, and it's just like, teenagers are scary. Teenagers are definitely scary. So again, guys, do tell me in the comments, and I would love to respond back to you, some of your favorite moments of this week's episode. What were some things you like? What do you expect for the following episode? The links are in the description box as always. And until the next video, I'm Kimmy-chan of Anime Legends, and I will see you guys later. With